If you are finding it hard to trim overhead tree branches with your regular chainsaw, you owe it to yourself to get one of these best pole saws listed below. For those who don't know, we have carefully chosen these products over other innumerable choices out there. So, you can't go wrong with any of them. Spoiler alert, the vote for the best overall pole saw goes to the Remington 41AZ32PG983 electric pole saw. It's truly a rising product in its category. Best Pole Saw 2020, Top 5 Saws discussed. 1. Greenworks 8.5 Pole Saw 20672. The good things. The fact that it's a cordless pole saw, you won't have to deal with the fussy cords. Unlike the competition, this pole saw doesn't struggle with thick branches, grass. Basically, it does a perfect job every time. It comes with a wall-hanging hook, enabling you to conveniently store the pole saw when not in use. To best protect your investment, the makers offer a 2-year warranty on this pole saw. The bad things. The blade adjustment might take a few tries to get it just right for use. But then, it's not a big deal. 2. Remington 41AZ32PG983 electric pole saw. The good things. The Remington 41AZ32PG983 offers plenty of speed and power for light work around the house. Compared to a gas saw, this best pole saw makes the trimming job a lot easier and safer. The price is reasonable too. Even if the unit dies after a few uses, it will pay for itself. Since the saw is electric, you won't have to bring gas with you to use this thing outdoors. The bad things. Once fully extended, the saw does feel slightly heavy. That said, it isn't overly bulky or heavy. You will have to purchase the chain oil too in order to lubricate the machine before use. 3. Poulan Pro PR28PS 28cc pole saw. The good things. Sound-wise, it's no louder than other gas pole saws that you find around. As hinted earlier, the pole saw assembles quickly out of the box, allowing you to get started almost right away. Unlike other similar pole saws, this one cuts clean without requiring too much effort from the operator's part. The quality of the pole cannot be questioned. It does flex, but it won't bend or twist. This pole saw is truly undervalued. Seriously, Poulan can easily get away with a price hike. The bad things. Given the high power, it's a bit heavy. So, you would need some arm strength for time-consuming projects. 4. Sun Joe SWJ802E electric pole chain saw. The good things. The key parts are nicely labeled, making it very easy to use this best pole saw. This thing comes almost 95% assembled. So, there's very little work needed to use this saw out of the box. It's surprisingly easy to handle, even when the pole is fully extended. Even those who don't often review products have written about this pole saw stating that it deserved a positive review. The Sun Joe SWJ802E pole saw comes with a full 2-year warranty, offering customers with great buying comfort. The bad things. The oil reservoir on this thing is pretty small. It fills up quickly, creating a mess in the process. 5. Black+Decker 20 volts max pole saw. The good things. Since it's a cordless pole saw, you will find it easy to maneuver without having to drag a cord around. The Black+Decker 20 volts max pole saw features a high-capacity 20 volts battery. Seriously, the battery is plentifully adequate. Given how useful and dependable this pole saw is, you won't have to pay anyone hundreds of dollars to trim trees in your backyard. The saw comes with a handy storage bag that can easily fit the saw along with other accessories. The bad things. Oiling this thing can be a bit of a pain. It's a little difficult to reach some internal parts. Best pole saw buying guide. Shopping for a pole saw isn't the same as shopping for a regular chainsaw. Usually, a lot of people struggle to separate the best pole saws from all the junk out there, causing them a lot of shopping grief. So, we are going to focus on some key factors that one needs to consider when shopping for the best pole saw in the market. Gas versus electric. As most of you guys might already know, there are both gas and electric pole saws out there. Generally speaking, the gas pole saws are more powerful than the electric ones. However, one has to go through the hassle of refueling the gas. So, the better option is to opt for a battery-operated cordless electric model. Most of the modern-day electric pole saws are adequately powerful for most home projects. Not to mention that they are a lot easier to clean as well. Ideally, you should choose a gas-powered unit only if you have to deal with very thick and stubborn branches. Pole saw's reach. It goes without saying, you need to choose a pole saw that has adequate reach to prune the branches you are targeting. Usually, the length of the pole saw will be clearly mentioned in the product description. Of course, potential buyers should take into account their own height as well to gauge the exact reach of the pole saw. Ideally speaking, you should be able to trim the targeted branches without having to overstretch yourself. Obviously, you shouldn't lose your balance too. If you haven't noticed it yet, most of the pole saws reviewed by us offer a generous reach of 15 feet, allowing you to trim high branches without any issues. Cutting diameter. As a future pole saw purchaser, you should also pay heed to the cutting power of the shortlisted saw. Most of the pole saws out there can cut branches between 3 to 8 inches in diameter. If you were to get an underpowered unit, it won't be able to cut thick vegetations or branches. As a result, your investment on the pole saw will go down the drain. Also, keep your yard size in mind when shopping for the best pole saw. Larger yards will usually require a powerful pole saw. Other important things to consider. When dealing with taller trees, it's better to choose a cordless unit over a corded one. One should pay attention to the battery life as well. You should check how long each recharge lasts. If you are getting a gas-powered saw, check if it's eating a lot of gas or not. If you plan to use a pole saw regularly, you would be better off with a gas-powered saw as opposed to an electric saw. Consider your budget as well. Keep in mind that the gas units cost more than the electric ones. The cordless pole saws cannot be used in wet conditions. So, you will have to keep the environmental factors in mind as well. If you don't have too much arm strength, get a lightweight pole saw so that it's easier for you to handle it for long. Your skill level would matter too. First-timers should consider an electric saw because it's light, quiet, and easy to use. Professionals should go for a gas-powered unit because it can get more work done in less time. Finally, do check reviews of the shortlisted saw to get a fair idea about the product's capability and real-life performance. If you like to buy or like to know more, click on the link below.